so, if my calculations are correct. The Mubarak's hideout should be located somewhere around here.
Halt, intruder. Just what do you think you're doing here? You don't seem to be an agency member. State your purpose.
Such a very warm welcome. You must be one of your master's watchdogs. My preferred name is Silhouette. Pleasure to meet you.
I didn't ask for your name. I asked what you're doing here. If you don't answer, I have ways of making you talk.
Alright, I'll sing. I'm just here to invite your organization's leader for a party this evening hosted by the Azora Clan.
You can't be serious. Do you honestly expect me to buy that? I may have been born yesterday, but even I know not to trust a crook.
Hey sweetie. Whether you buy it or not is irrelevant. All that matters is that your leader buys it.
All right. So, that's how it's going to be.
I don't believe it. Just how fast are you?
That's enough talking. It's over. Honestly, that guy was a complete eyesore. Just as insufferable as can be.
Hey, I'm not such a bad guy. You should know, I'm very gentle towards the ladies. Especially, the type like you who can knock me into next week.
There are so many of you. Is this even possible?
Alright, I grow bored of these charades. Are you going to take me to your leader or what? If you still plan to resist, I can always eat you and absorb all your knowledge and abilities for myself.
You win. I accept defeat. As a Saint of Swords, there are just some foes I'm simply no match for.
Now, that's more like it. Also, you did your best out there. Can't say you didn't try at least. Well, this is an honor. I finally get to meet the main man in charge of the Mubarak in person.
That's quite enough, sir. I'm in no mood to play games with you. You'd better have a groundbreaking reason for entering our secret hideout uninvited. If I even sense that you're lying to me, I will personally spill your blood here and now.
Whoa, scary. Is this any way to treat your family? Even when your sister-in-law is working desperately to help you out.
Wait, my sister-in-law?
I swear. Didn't Leda tell you anything about her younger twin sister, Scarlet?
She did. But she was only mentioned once or twice in passing.
Well, that's close enough. All you need to know is that Scarlet has invited you to dinner to speak with you personally about working together. Feel free to show up to the evening dash between 7 or 8 p.m. in fancy attire. The clothes you're wearing now won't cut it.
All right. I suppose I'd better get ready.
Excellent. I knew you'd see it our way. If Scarlet asks, tell her that it was Silhouette, the Shadow Legion, who passed the message.
I must say, it's been quite some time since I went anywhere as fancy as this. Nettie spent the entire night getting me dressed for this date of ours. I'd just hate for all the effort to go to waste.
It's you, Khalid. You finally made it. I'm so happy you're here.
What's wrong? You act as if you've seen a ghost.
I don't believe it. After all this time, you're here of all places. Oh my. I'm terribly sorry about that. I actually thought you were my late wife.
Well, you certainly know how to make a first impression. I now see how my sister was attracted to you. I've heard so many great things about you. This is like a dream come true to finally be able to meet you. Why don't we have a nice dinner between the two of us?
Well, I guess it wouldn't be much of a lovely evening without dinner, I suppose. I must say. The food was absolutely exquisite. I haven't had anything that great in ages.
Oh, come now. This is the least I can do for a living legend such as yourself.
Yes, about that. Scarlet, you say I'm a living legend and praise me. However, I'm afraid you haven't been informed of my current situation. I've been reduced to a criminal on the run from the law. Now, the Joint Services Agency is sending their agents to hunt me down as we speak. I'm a wanted man, dead or alive, with a large bounty on my head.
Khalid, don't be so loud here. The walls have ears in public places like this. Here's an idea. Why don't we head to the back and discuss this privately? This is my private study. So, what were you saying about your situation?
I'm saying you're the first person since my exile from the country that has been delighted to see me. It just feels so strange that you're so kind to me, despite my unsavory reputation.
Listen, everyone else can be deceived by that national lie that you're my sister's murderer. But, I know the truth. You're too much of a white knight to do something like that in cold blood. That's why I came to offer you a job.
A job? Sounds interesting. What kind of job?
Well, in short, how would you like to become an assassin for the underground market?
I'm sorry. Did you say an assassin? I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline your offer. I'm already labeled a murderer. Why make it worse by becoming a murderer for hire? I'm just trying to lead a normal life. I'm already living with enough conflict as is.
Living a normal life? Well, a normal life requires money. Tell me, are you currently employed right now?
No, I'm not. Ever since my exile, I couldn't find a job anywhere. It's like people out there are trying to make sure you die hungry and homeless.
Well, the normal society is like that. However, your name has been passed around by many dark factions that want to hire you. Besides, it's not every day you hear of someone being strong enough to slay a senior member of the Joint Services Agency. So if you were to join a dark faction, why not join one that's a little closer to home?
Scarlet, I just don't know. It feels like I'm going to become something I'm trying to destroy.
Khalid, no man is an island. Just picture the Azora Clan as a support group that will keep both you and the Mubarak safe from the law. Just think. If you join our faction, you'll get more money, power and protection than you could have ever dreamed of on your own. If nothing else, we're also family. I want to be with you when we make great changes in the world.
Scarlet, please. I just don't know at the moment.
Then, why not hear your first assignment if you joined? Do you remember Officer Tugnut?
I wish I could forget him. He was the corrupt scoundrel who arrested me the night Leda was murdered.
Then, how would you like to be the one who took him out for your first assignment? Apparently, there's a hit out for him on charges of trafficking and smuggling illegal drugs into the country. The reason why he's been so elusive to catch is because of how much he bribes the judges and law enforcement to side with him. So, I'll say it again, darling. Are you interested?
Well, when you put it that way, there's only one question to ask. Where do I sign?
Yes, this is splendid. Welcome to the underworld, Khalid.
Master, it's far beyond curfew to be going out this late at night. May I ask where you're going?
Aso, Ramses and myself are heading out to carry out an assassination. You lesser pseudo must watch and protect Neptys and Violet with your very lives while we're gone. The last thing I'd want to do is make the two of them upset with me doing this. We're only doing this for the money.
I understand, Master. You can leave it to us to protect those two.
Yes, there's no need to worry, sir. We've got a brand new shipment arriving your way. You just keep your end of the deal and pony up the funds whenever you get the chance. All right, Clyde. I'm going to have to call you back. I think someone else is here.
Well, look who we have here. A lone cop in a place like this at night.
I don't know who you are, son. But you've messed with the wrong guy tonight.
It's been quite some time, Officer Tugnut. I see they finally gave you a suit and everything.
That's Detective Tugnut to you, sir. Wait a minute. That face. Don't tell me. I remember. You call it Mubarak. But how? I personally locked you up myself that night.
Let's just say I got out early for good behavior. In fact, I returned here just so I could personally pay you back for what you did to me that day.
All units, we need backup. We have an escaped murderer on the loose by the name of...
All right, I managed to stash the body away. Now, we need to escape from here before more police arrive. Aso, my dear. You've done an excellent job finding Tugnut's car for us to make a clean getaway.
Well, I had to think ahead. I just knew it would be quite troublesome if the police interfered with our work.
Well, your father's definitely proud of you. Now, we just need to meet up with Ramses to stop the shipment.
So far, so good. No one has spotted me here. However, it's quiet. Too quiet.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Must destroy. Must destroy.
Whoa, glad that thing's not out here. That's what I get for speaking too soon.
Brother, what's taking you so long? Why haven't you gotten any further?
Also, sweetie, you do know that there's an android at the other side of the door.
Just give me a second.
Way to go, Azo. I knew that android was no match for you.
Let's save the accolades for when we're finished with our mission, brother. Yes, father? I understand. We'll be there soon.
So, Azo, what's going on?
Apparently, father managed to derail the shipment on his own, from the outside. I guess we're done here.
You've done an excellent job out there on your mission, Khalid. I'm greatly impressed.
Well, I can't take all the credit. I had a little help from two of my pseudo.
Whoa, that's incredible. I thought you had a large group to take him down. However, you're telling me it was a three-man job. Fascinating. So, with that being said, I must pay your group double the amount.
Scarlet, that's the most zeros I've ever owned in my entire life so far.
And to think, that wasn't even our highest paying job. That was just a respectable C-rank mission. Just imagine what you'd make on an A, B or S ranked assassination.
I see. The Mubarak's first assassination marked the beginning of the end. Afterwards, they became the infamous hitmen we know today.
Mr. Hernandez, there's just one thing I don't understand. Where did Officer Tugnut find an android, in that day and age?
Miss Green, we live in a world of pseudo-vampires and other paranormal creatures. A robot should be the least of your concerns. Even so, it says here that the Mubarak started going on missions for months on end.
Mr. Hernandez, what was with that last scene? Was that silhouette going on a date with a zombie in broad daylight?
Actually, I'm too afraid to explain it. Okay. Moving right along. This next, interesting scene is what permanently changed the Mubarak.
Well, that took longer than expected. I was finally able to put Violet to sleep, before it got too late. At least now, I can wind down and relax the rest of the night. My word. That didn't come from downstairs, did it?
Looks like I managed to bypass the guards here. This mission is going to be easy.
Attention Pseudo. We have an armed and dangerous assassin who entered the premises. Please send support immediately.
Oh, I believe it's a little too late for that now. Alright, mowing down these minions can get very tiresome. Better find the target and fast.
My goodness. What are you doing here? Who are you?
Oh, relax, sweetheart. I'm not here for you. However, I'd like to pay a visit to Khalid Mubarak. Care to tell me where to find him? It will only be a moment.
He's not here. Even if he was, I wouldn't tell you.
That's perfectly fine with me. His daughter would make a great target for me to bring to my boss, instead. You know, that pale, vampire girl with the blood type V gene. My boss is very interested in her. If I had to guess, she's probably tucked away in her room fast asleep right now, isn't she?
You're not taking one step upstairs, you fiend.
Don't push me, sweetheart. I'm holding back because you're a woman. Since you decided to get in my way, you forced my hand. Goodness, that woman was a handful. Now, let's head upstairs. Alright, the vampire girl should be in one of these doors here somewhere. But, which door exactly?
Santa's little helper, I should have known it was you behind this.
I don't understand. That woman downstairs just told me you weren't here.
I'm so happy you're finally awake, Neptes. I didn't know what to do when I saw you on the floor.
Master, you're here? I thought you wouldn't be back until a few more weeks later.
I stopped by tonight to tell you we've finally hit the jackpot on our finances.
That's wonderful news, Master. I'm so happy for you. However, when that assassin entered our home, I failed to successfully protect Violet. I'm terribly sorry, Master.
No, Neptes, you have nothing to be ashamed of. I failed you as a master for never being there when I should be for you and Violet. So, I'm the one who must apologize for my negligence. For one moment, I felt as if I lost everything all over again. It was unbearable. Both you and Violet are unimaginably priceless to me. I don't ever want to be separated from you two like this ever again.
Master, let's just stay like this. By the way, whatever happened to that assassin? Did he escape?
Let's just say, he's being turned into a pseudo, right now as we speak.
I see. So, it was after this moment that the Mubarak decided to stop taking missions from the Azora Clan.
That was so emotional. I've never seen this side of the Mubarak before.
If you thought that was emotional, wait until Khalid confronts Scarlet about leaving her dark faction.
Well, this is a surprise. I didn't expect my top assassin to just pay me a visit at this late hour. To what do I owe this pleasant visit?
Scarlet, As much as you've changed my life, I must be honest with you. I believe it's for the best we go our separate ways.
Khalid, what's going on with you? Why are we suddenly coming to this conclusion?
My beloved, believe me when I say it's not because of you why it's come to this. It's solely because of me and only me. The more I stay beside you, the more I forget about everything else in this world. It's even gotten to the point where I was even about to forget about my promise to your late sister.
So, it's Leda. It's always been about Leda from the beginning, hasn't it? I guess it never occurred to you how much I loved you after all this time. This is so unfair, Khalid, and you know it.
Scarlet, please. Don't misunderstand my words. Netties and Violet are always at home waiting for me. I harbor no regrets ever since you hired me to become your hitman and assassin. However, days have turned into weeks. Now, weeks have turned into months since I've returned to them. And so far, I've been doing a terrible job as a father who is never there for his daughter when she needs him the most. The poor child has already lost her mother. She shouldn't have to lose her father as well. As a father, I must return to her and put this line of work behind me.
But, we were so close. Through our union, both of our dark factions were going to become one. If the Azora Clan and the Mubarak were to join forces, we alone would have set the standard for the underground market worldwide.
Scarlet, that's the problem right there. My goal in life isn't to rule over others with an iron fist. I just want to live a happy, peaceful life with those I love most. If you're willing to leave this dangerous line of work to come with me, our life together is more than guaranteed.
Why, Khalid, why? You know more than anyone else that I can't defect from my organization. Not when we're this close to making great changes in the world.
I understand. I completely understand. I must respect your responsibility to your organization. Now, I must take care of my responsibilities to my family. We both are just tasked with different responsibilities, that's all there is to it.
Please, my darling, what are you trying to say? Are you saying that this is goodbye?
I'm afraid so. It appears that our responsibilities clash with one another. Scarlet, please. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Don't be sad. I want to see that smile of yours before I go. Even if we're countries apart, I'll always support your goal.
All right, but you better mean every word of your promise.
I do. I plan to keep that promise for the rest of my life.